All right, let's get into it. So, in today's society, it's easy to see why you wouldn't want to start investing. I mean, let's take a look around and see what's happening. Disclaimer, here comes the FUD. According to AAA, the national gas price for regular gas is $3.83. But if you live in the great state of California, you're looking more towards $6.42. And that's just for regular fuel. You know, now that I think of it, I've been all over the state and gas prices are more closely to this. So it seems to me like somebody's fudging up the numbers a little bit, if you catch my drift. But of course, these are just allegations. Now this unfortunately brings us to the topic of war. Yes, there is still a war going on in Eastern Europe, and this is resulting in massive imports from Russia and Ukraine being slashed for the entire world. For instance, according to this article you see on screen right now that was published by Statista, Russia is the third largest producer of oil worldwide, accounting for over 12% of global crude oil production. This is causing massive problems all over Europe as they're dealing with their utility bills spiking, and that's because Europe has a major dependency on Russian natural gases. These natural gases are actually used for their electricity and to heat European homes. Aside from that, take a look at what's on screen right now. According to the BBC, Ukraine contributes 42% of the sunflower oil traded on the global market, 16% of the maize, and 9% of wheat. But that's not all, it actually gets worse. Take Lebanon, for example. Lebanon imports 80% of its wheat from the Ukraine and India 76% of its sunflower oil. Now, continuing to quote this, the UN's World Food Programmer, which feeds people on the brink of starvation in countries such as Ethiopia, Yemen, and Afghanistan, source 40% of its wheat from the Ukraine. Now, this isn't all. If you keep looking at the graph, you're going to notice that there's a ton of countries, and these countries are all countries that rely heavily on the exports of the Ukraine to actually feed that population. They still have 20 million grains that they have stored and they can't get to international markets, and a new harvest is about to begin. So I iterate this question to you from the article itself. What can be done to get this food to people who desperately need it as prices actually soar around the world? Let me know how you feel about this situation down in the comments. Maybe we can have a conversation. Now, while you're pondering this question that I asked you before, let's talk about how we're in a recession. Now, before we get there, what is a recession, you may ask? Well, why don't I show you? Now, according to the dictionary, recession means, and I quote, a period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industrial activity are reduced, generally identified by a fall in GDP in 2 successive quarters. Well, would you take a look at that? Looks like we got a recession on our hands, don't we? Now, according to the Bureau of Economic Analyses, what the hell does that mean?
Analysis.
Bro. Analysis? What the? According to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, we indeed have had 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. Now that all the FUD is out of the way, let's get to the damn question. So I'll start this by saying a quote that you've probably heard about 8,282 times, and this is a quote by the late and great Warren Buffett. It's, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. Now, people are terrified for not just the reasons that I mentioned before, but the whole market is crashing, as some people like to say. This is new. This is new to a lot of new investors, such as myself. I've only been investing for about 1.5 years, well, almost 2 years now. I myself have never gone through a recession while investing. But boy, oh boy, let me tell you, it has been a roller coaster of emotions, down and up. I remember when the red days used to actually dictate my day as a bad day. Now I look at the red days as a plus. Discount. So we're gonna jump right into kind of like the stock portion of this video. And we're gonna take a look right here on screen at the SPY, SPY. And if you don't know what the SPY is an ETF that tracks the top 500 companies. And people kind of use this to gauge how the market's gonna go because it's made up of all the industries in the market. Now take a look on screen. What you're seeing right now is the SPY in the past year. The SPY is roughly down 15.1% on the year. This is at the time of this recording. Hence, the SPY is down, the market's down. Now let's dig a little further into some blue chip stocks, big name companies that I'm sure you've heard of. Amazon, down 30.8%. Google, 28%. And Nvidia, down 40.9%, all on the year. Now, I am not a financial advisor, and I can't tell you what to do with your money. But in my humble opinion, the best time to start investing was yesterday. Or a year ago, 2008. sometime in the past. But it isn't too late. The price of stocks are still falling, given that the world is in shambles. There's a lot of FUD out there that people are talking about. But don't take that as a negative. As I said before, red days or negative days on the market used to dictate my mood throughout the day. What I've learned is that I had to shift my mindset, and that mindset shift was that I'm actually more happy during red days, negative days on the market, than I am green days. Green days, yeah, you're making money. Obviously, it's unrealized gains. But the best thing you can do is look at a red day as a Black Friday sale. For instance, you're going to go to a store. Let's say you go to Amazon, an online store, or you go to Forever 21, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to look for all these discounted prices, all these markdowns. You're going to buy that shirt, pants, that tech gear that says it's marked down 50%, 25%, 28%. Why not have that same mindset when you see a red day? This red day is that markdown on that shirt. You might as well buy ownership of the company on discount. It's a sale. Take advantage of it. Now, the reason why I'm harping on this so much is because I really would hate for you to miss the train of this, what they call greatest transfer of wealth that's about to initiate. You don't have to put your whole life savings in. Gradually dollar cost average in. So if you made it this far, I want to say thank you. Apologize for all the FUD in the video. Guess it was more than I thought it was going to be. But if you're on the fence of investing, teetering either side, I would say give it a try. My personal opinion. Do whatever you want. But if you decide to give it a try, take a look at public. There's no payment for order flow. And when you open a public account and deposit at least $1, you'll get anywhere from $3 to $300 on a specific stock that you choose. So, as I said before, the biggest transfer of wealth is transpiring as we speak. This is an opportunity. Take advantage of the opportunity. Again, if you so please. Train's leaving, bud. Might want to get on board. Bro, that was corny. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to leave that in. So again, thank you. Like, subscribe. Maybe we can have a conversation in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.